Let's talk. 5 mood disorder mistakes. Because they're going to happen. I am guilty of going weeks, sometimes even months, without taking my medication. Giving myself the excuses of not being used to it, even after setting alarms and anything else I can do as a reminder. It's just plain and simple. Preoccupation. If I busy myself enough, I think that I'm managing my symptoms, when really, I'm just ignoring my triggers. And that right there is more insane than the reason why I'm taking the meds in the first place. A lot of people aren't with traditional medication, and neither was I. For 10 long years, I chose different ways of trying to cope. But whatever your treatment plan may be, you have to stick to it. You can't think that just because you feel better, that you can deviate from that plan. Picture this. You ever had to throw up and you try to cover your mouth, but it's too late for that, and it starts coming through your lips and seeping through your fingers, and it's just so disgusting you don't even want to swallow it. Imagine how people feel when you verbally vomit all over them. Saying toxic, hurtful, disgusting, just gross things and hurling it at them uncontrollably. You felt it coming up in your throat, but you still chose not to dispose of it properly. But see, when you puke, it's your body's way of getting rid of whatever's inside that could make you sick. So I understand that we can't hold those things inside. But usually, you're flushing it down a toilet and not in someone's face. Because that's how the former normally occurs. Even if all you can do is manage to write it down, do not allow yourself to shut down and shut in. It's like that can of soda that gets shooken up until you eventually peel that tab back and it explodes everywhere. Talking to someone is the best way, but don't underestimate the Dear Diary effect. You don't have to be a writer to write. You just have to have the desire to free yourself of emotional bondage. Now this is one of those, if I had $1 for every single time I apologize to somebody, I'd be rich. But there are going to be, and I guarantee have already been, millions of times that you've had to apologize to others for things that you've said and done during a mood swing or episode. But I'm here to tell you, don't grow weary of it. It's just one of those things. Now people will tend to view us as very unpredictable during those times. But then the normalcy just really is convincing enough where when we do trip, they're completely caught off guard. So the bottom line is, having an apologetic heart will at least have those closest to you more understanding and better able to recover from emotional homicide. And if you're anything like me, those apologies, along with those explanations, render a lot of clarity. And it sucks sometimes that it comes afterward, but better late than never, right? No one, I repeat, no one wants to just willingly let their emotions take control of them, solely dictating every aspect of their life, creeping up and taking common sense and logic hostage. No one, I guarantee it. Sometimes we lose the handle on being able to think clearly before we act, and even worse, reacting. But it happens. Being realistic, acknowledging it, and moving forward is way different than being too hard on yourself. Allow others to give you self-love, but give yourself a break. Give yourself grace. Because we can sit there and beat ourselves up for days, weeks, God forbid even months. And that just contributes to a depressive mind state and suicidal thoughts. All in all, the common thread is balance. That is what I really think is the key to coping with the mood disorder. It's more than just telling my story. It's a lot of us that have gotten to the point of being brave. And that right there should definitely be applauded. But I'm at the point to where my transparency leads me to continue and to help in a more interactive way. So I can only hope that even if just one little small thing that I said helps someone out there, we do not have to suffer alone. We don't even have to look at these as mistakes. just missteps. But every step that we take is a step closer to healing.